The guys. So Troy Duffy is the gentleman who wrote and directed the first film. There is another one coming out. It is The Boondock Saints 2. We have Sean Patrick Flanery, who is a star. Norman Reedus, am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah.
Reedus, who is a star. And Billy Connolly, a very funny comedian and also a star of the film.
First one, and one of the things I found the most interesting was that at one point in that documentary you were on the phone and someone was suggesting one John Bon Jovi as a cast member in the original movie. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct. John Bon Jovi.
That's somebody
actually,
who got the script, by the way.
He actually went on, and I don't know if you remember this, but he actually went on and played a part on this show called Ally McBeal, I think.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah.
He was actually really good. He was just starting out as an actor. I had no idea. I mean, I grew up listening to Bon Jovi. You know?
Yeah.
Totally with, what's that one they have with the Steel Horse I Ride?
Oh yeah, Wanted Dead or Alive.
The one song? They have quite a library,
like
Troy. It doesn't stop and end. It doesn't start and end with Wanted Dead or Alive.
No, that's it for
There's
me.
the New Jersey album that came out after, which is beautiful as well.
Yeah,
Front to back. Tells a story.
Tear to my eye. Tear to my eye on that. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of stories like that. Cast coming in and out, but different actors being considered. But it was a long struggle finding the right guys to do it, and here they are beside me.
Now, Sean, Norman, and Billy, who were stars of the sequel, and when you're working with Troy, who's a first-time director, what was that like for you guys? Were there times where you were like, dude, you don't know what the hell you're doing, or were you impressed with his ability right out of the box to do a good job? Anyone, please. You can. Anyone would like to
chime in at once.
It was pretty obvious that he knew what he was doing from page one, and you kind of figure that out, really in rehearsal before cameras ever rolled. You can tell if somebody knows what they're doing. I mean, he appeared to have done 5 films, even from composition to talking to the actors. All of that stuff. It's and I'm not just stroking him because I did that last night.
Well, you're wearing a scarf, so
That's a joke, by the way. I mean, it's obvious that he knew what he was doing. And he did it very well from day one. There was no learning period, anything like that.
now.
Brass rail, there was nudity there.
Yeah, there was nudity. Brass rail. By the way, I'd like to do a little shout out to our ladies. The brass rail.
What's the brass rail?
Really
No,
did
brass-
help us
where's
through
the-
production
in Toronto.
both times.
Oh, brass rail in Toronto.
It's Premier League Division 1 type of stuff.
Epic.
Really?
Oh,
Epic.
Singapore Sunset
Stellar.
Sapphire, if she's still there, shout out.
No, it's
Thanks for the squeezer.
now in Toronto you get more than dances, right? That's something that.
Oh,
It's full contact.
I'm singing it front row, yeah.
Yeah,
Norman told me.
Norman, would you shut up over there? For Christ's sakes.
There's a reason that when he made a sequel, everybody, the crew, the cast, everybody came back from the first phone call. There's a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever the 2 cats that made the documentary, I don't even remember their names.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. That should pretty much sell it. Nobody called me and coaxed me into it. He called me. He's the only one whose phone number I kept. I didn't keep their phone numbers. That's the end of the
If you have enough
day.
footage, you can edit Santa Claus to look like an you know.
all right.
It's not Santa Claus.
Now,
Santa Claus can never be an A.
are you guys the guys that acted in the film? Is this the work that you are by far the most recognized for? How long have you got? First of all, how long have you guys been in Boston promoting this thing? Did you just get in last night?
Yeah, last night.
Because you're not buying a
Absolutely.
drink.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
way that you're
but-
gonna ever have to buy a drink in Boston.
I'm not gonna poop on my episode of Chachi in Charge. 'Cause, I gotta say, let's not. Come on, let's not play favorites.
Were you really on Charles in Charge?
No, I wasn't.
I was gonna say Willie Ames is a good
That
friend of
sounded
mine.
good. Didn't it?
So have the
Billy Connolly was up for the Willie Ames role, but unfortunately Willie had already had the Zap connection with Scott Baio, and that trumped the acting chops.
So Sean, has finally the people who recognize you from Boondock Saints outweighed the people who recognize you from the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles?
Oh, 4 or 5 people saw Young Indiana Jones.
I was one of them.
My mom was 3 of them. No, I mean, without question, this is my most recognizable film, the one that people place me at. Certainly nobody's recognized me from Powder, and the 2 people that saw Young Indy, although I'm incredibly proud of all of those, definitely, without a doubt. And I think I can say the same for Norm.
Absolutely.
It's definitely what people pick you out of on the street.
And Troy, are you kind of surprised by the reaction that it's had, especially here? I was aware of Boondock Saints, and it was, of course, it's a cult film and a cult favorite around the country. But when we moved here 4 years ago, I'm not kidding when I say people under the age of 45, probably a majority of people in this area would list that as one of their top 5 favorite movies of all time. Now, that has to resonate with you being from New England and everything. That's got to be a message. Set all your movies in Boston. You'll be like Kid Rock in Detroit. You'll never have to buy a
I
drink.
shot both of these things in Toronto. Maybe you guys let me maybe you'll let me come shoot a movie about Boston in Boston one of these days. I remember the first movie we shot a week in Boston to come get all our outdoor stuff, I remember everybody's like, "Don't worry, you're a hometown guy. We'll hook you up." And as soon as we get here, they're like, "All right, you're from here, so you know how this works. You pay double." You know?